Well, it's time to start. Thank you very much for participating in our information session. This is Hiroshima University's online information session. Good afternoon from Hiroshima. I'm Naoi Kawamoto, an associate professor of the School of the Integrated Arts and Sciences. I'm very excited to host today's event. Today, we invite an international student, Ms. Arfani. She's from Indonesia. Ms. Arfani, can you turn on your camera and introduce yourself briefly?
Thank you, Kawamoto Sensei. Hello, everyone. I'm Miriam Arfani, or you can call me Mia. I'm currently an undergraduate student, and this is my third year studying at Hiroshima University. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Arfani. So this is today's flow. First, I will introduce you to Hiroshima University's general information. Then, we're going to the English taught undergraduate program. After that, Ms. Arfani will give a presentation. Well, let's get started. Do you know where Hiroshima is? Hiroshima locates in the western part of Japan. Although it's not a large city like Tokyo and Osaka, but it's a nice place to live in. And the living expenses are quite inexpensive, quite cheap. So it's a nice place to study. And Hiroshima University has 12 undergraduate schools and 4 graduate schools. At graduate schools, you can select programs in English from a variety of fields. And 4 years ago, Hiroshima University launched its first English taught undergraduate course, the Department of Integrated Global Studies. We will introduce you to the details of the program later. So then, let me tell you the excellence of Hiroshima University. Why we'll recommend you to study at Hiroshima University. Hiroshima University has a high reputation for the quality of its education and the level of its research. We are proud that Hiroshima University has been selected as one of the top global universities and one of the so-called top research universities by the Japanese government. Well, the following are the fees and scholarships. I suppose one of your concerns is how much it costs and scholarships you can apply for. So let us see the fees in the case of an undergraduate student. So please see the cells in yellow. A first-year student has to pay the total amount of an application fee, enrollment fee, and tuition. The amount is about $4,600 US. As you see, compared to the studying in the US and Europe, the cost is much more affordable. However, you may face financial difficulties during your study. To help those students, to help those students, Hiroshima University has financial aid programs. Students can apply for a tuition deferment program and tuition waiver programs. So Ms. Arfani covers this topic in her later, so please stay tuned. Well, next is the living cost. The cost of the Hiroshima area is highlighted in yellow. So as you see, the living cost in the Hiroshima area is lower than the national average. The most students manage their student life with about $1,200 US per month, including tuition. So as you see, the $1,200 US is a kind of important number. So, to cover that amount fully or partially, there are 3 types of scholarship programs. So one of them is the mixed scholarship offered by the Japanese government. So a recipient can receive about $1,200 US per month until graduation. For details, please visit the website of the Embassy of Japan in your country or the website of MEXT, Japan's Ministry of Education. Other than that mixed scholarship, there are also scholarships funded by international organizations in Japan, local governments, and so forth. The duration of scholarships and amounts vary. The Hiroshima University also has its own scholarship programs, as you see in the slide. The amounts vary. So we hope this information on affordable tuition and living expenses and variety of scholarship programs will help you consider studying at Hiroshima University. Well, next is admissions. So admission procedures and requirements vary by course shown in the slide. If you want to study an undergraduate course, you can explore it in Japanese or English. An English taught program accepts application from inside and outside Japan. However, only residents in Japan are eligible to apply for Japanese taught programs. So if you are interested in the graduate course, we recommend you to find your prospective supervisor first. Well, I am now uploading the PDF document for those who want to study graduate course. Please refer to that document. Well, thank you for listening. This is the overall information of Hiroshima University. Well, now let me introduce you to the Department of Integrated Global Studies. We call it IGS. The IGS belongs to the School of Integrated Arts and Sciences. Its name may be new to you. Actually, it's a quite unique faculty. But before studying specialty, students take liberal arts subjects covering natural sciences, humanities, and social sciences. They learn cross-disciplinarily. In other words, they learn 2 or more academic disciplines and utilize the knowledge they acquire to resolve complex issues. Actually, more and more universities in developed countries have been studying cross-disciplinary courses. Hiroshima University established the school in 1974. It's the first faculty in Japan to conduct cross-disciplinary education. And IGS offers cross-disciplinary education in English. So you might have this question. What is the good of cross-disciplinary learning? To talk about this, let's think about real-life problems. For instance, climate change, food security, energy issues, and so forth. They are multifaceted. And they have multi-types of causes and determining factors. To resolve such complex questions and problems, a single disciplinary approach will not be sufficient. We necessitate to cross borders of the academic fields. Cross-disciplinarity helps us to tackle contemporary issues. And after studying the liberal arts subjects, students will choose one field to study and deepen their knowledge. The IGS program offers natural science, social sciences, and humanities. So when graduation, students will be awarded a Bachelor of Arts and Sciences. After graduation, in this year's case, a quarter of graduates enter graduate school and the rest will start work. Some international students got a job offer from a world-famous company like Honda. Graduates of this faculty are highly regarded by society and have a high employment rate with their solid academic foundation and capability to tackle real-world problems. Actually, the new graduates' employment rate is over 90%. So these are features of the IGS program. All students will go to the internship in the 3rd year. This is a highlight of this study. Well, regarding application, admission information for the next year has already posted on our website. Well, I'm now uploading the information on the website. Oh, no, not website, sorry, the chat box. So if you are interested in English taught undergraduate program, please see this link in the chat box. So, and I'm now typing the details of the admissions. Well, this slide shows essential notices about the application. So EJU is not required. However, English test score is required. I suppose I can skip this part because I have told you the fees. Well, scholarships, about scholarships. Oh, I have one very important information. So the Japanese government reserves some seats for IGS students. You don't have to take the exam at the Embassy of Japan, other Embassy of Japan in your country, but to take the IGS entrance examination. Outstanding persons who successfully pass the exam will be recommended to the mixed as the scholarship recipients. This is only IGS program. And you can also apply for the other scholarships. And IGS itself has its own scholarship program. And Ms. Alfani will cover scholarships and accommodation information. So this is the accommodation. So IGS students can stay in a dormitory for first 2 years, and the rent is quite cheap, about $40 per month. Well, thank you for your attention. This is all from me. Thank you very much. Ms. Alfani, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Kawamoto-sensei. Now, let me share my experience as an IGS student here at Hiroshima University. So, yeah, I hope you can see the slides. So let me start my presentation. So as I already said, I am Miriam. I'm a 3rd year undergraduate student of IGS. I'm from Indonesia, and I entered Hiroshima University in 2019. So this year I'll be going into my 7th semester or my final year of university, and I will hopefully graduate in 2023. So I have a short video for you.
Hi everyone, I'm Mia, and this is a typical day of my life as a third-year student at Hiroshima University. Today is Thursday, and this semester I only have one class, so I started my day pretty late. And now, time to go to the campus using my lovely red bike that I got for free from a senior of mine who graduated last year. On a day like this, I would spend my morning and afternoon relaxing, cleaning my room, or doing the laundry. When people ask me, is it hard to study abroad away from your family and to live by yourself in a foreign country? I would say, yes, it can be hard sometimes. I would feel lonely eating by myself at home, and I would feel homesick from time to time. To be honest, I miss being spoiled by my family. My mom cooks a healthy meal for me, I can share house chores with my siblings, and I don't have to think about paying my bills. But I guess it's a part of growing up, so I just have to learn to enjoy it. And here is my campus, Integrated Arts and Sciences. It usually takes me about 15 minutes to get here by bike, so not too far. I'm now taking a class called Field Seminar in Contents Tourism. My major in this university is called Integrated Global Studies, and my field of study is Culture and Tourism. Now, you might question, what do I particularly study here, as my major sounds unfamiliar to most people? Well, it's difficult to answer that, but my one simple answer is learning about the world through its culture, environment, and language. Oh, right, money. Managing my money is also a challenging part of living abroad, but it definitely teaches me in becoming more independent and responsible. Although studying abroad is not easy, I'm glad that I came to Hiroshima University as I got to meet so many new friends from around the world and I could experience Japanese culture. Being an international student here made me realize that a lot of simple things in our daily life can actually spark joy. For example, going to the supermarket like this makes me happy. Well, maybe it's because Japanese foods and snacks are delicious. I sometimes go to the supermarket after school to buy some food and daily necessities. Actually, going grocery shopping is quite relaxing. Today, I just decided to buy some discounted bread because they look delicious. It's 7 p.m. now, and finally, time to go home. Going to school is tiring, but fun. It was fun telling this story to you, and I hope you enjoyed it too. I'm finally home, and I hope I can see you guys again. And as Japanese people would say, お疲れ様でした. Hi everyone!
Okay, so that was like a short video that I made about my life as an international student here. So let me now introduce about why I came to Hiroshima University. So I moved to Japan in 2014 and I studied at a Japanese international high school. So when I graduated high school, I was looking for universities that offer an English program. And I found the IGS program in Hiroshima University. And I got interested because IGS program has a variety of study fields, such as culture and tourism, which is my major now. And also Hiroshima University has a lot of scholarship opportunities. So how do I pay my tuition? And as Kawamoto Sensei said previously, Hiroshima University offer many scholarships, such as the IGS scholarship. In this program, I got, in the first year, I got 50% of tuition reduction from the IGS scholarship. And from second and third year, I got 100% of tuition reduction based on my GPA. So if you are an international student studying in the IGS, you will get 50% of tuition reduction when you first enter. And then from second year onwards, you will get scholarship. You can apply for it, but it will be based on your GPA. So you do have to compete with other students as well. And aside from the IGS scholarship, there are also other scholarships provided by other organizations such as Rotary, Hashiya, Kumahira. And these scholarships, you do have to apply it in Japanese. So it is some Japanese skills is required. Other than scholarships, you can also apply for tuition waivers, as Kawamoto Sensei mentioned again. And this one you can apply each semester, and the selection system will be requiring documents and academic performance. So in the first year, I got 50% tuition reduction from the IGS scholarship, but I also applied tuition waiver in the second semester. So all of my tuitions were free, and because it was paid by the IGS scholarship and also the tuition waiver. And how do I pay my living cost? So some international students here have allowance from their parents. So they do have, they got money sent through from their parents from abroad. But there are also international students who work part-time jobs like myself. And how do you find part-time jobs in Hiroshima is that there are two ways. First is that through apps or website, which you need some Japanese skills to do it. But there's also a mouth-to-mouth recommendations. So for me, because I'm Indonesian, there's a strong Indonesian community in Hiroshima University. So I got a lot of information from my Indonesian friends about part-time job opportunities, and also my seniors as well as senpais. So right now I'm working as an English teacher, which was recommended by my senpai in this department in IGS. And I also work at a food factory, which was recommended by other Indonesian students. So yes. And about the housing, as Kawamoto Sensei mentioned before, there are two types of housings or accommodations when you study in Hiroshima University. So first is the dormitory. I lived in the dormitory for 2 years, and it was an easy access and support from schools as it was really cheap. But unfortunately, they're only 2-year contract, but it's extendable if you become a dorm leader, which you need to apply for it. And there's also another type of accommodation, which is apartments, very common in Japan. It does cost more, but cheaper ones are also available. And how you can find apartments is that you will have to find it through housing agencies. But the easiest one is that there's university student support called the co-op, where you can find apartments and housing in here as well. So this is the Hiroshima University co-op. You can find it on Instagram. They have a lot of information in English about the university and also about the housings and part-time job opportunities.
I noticed so many people want to know about graduate school. Please contact the student support office. So I have just typed the contact addresses. The graduate schools, a Japanese taught program, and English taught program. And if you want to know more about Hiroshima University, we have the English brochure, so please download it. So I suppose there is an announcement from the organizing university, Osaka University. So could you?
Hello, from Osaka University. Thank you very much for your presentation, Hiroshima University. Okay, so I post the information on the next session on the chat box. So can I, okay. So maybe all of you can see it, okay. So thank you very much, thank you. Oh, anyway, so today there is no slide, no PowerPoint about the next universities. So just only chat box. So please click and go to the next university session. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Osaka University representative. And thank you very much, all participants, for coming to this session. And if you, thank you very much. And if you are interested in the Hiroshima University student life, please contact us or Ms. Alfani. Okay, if you have any question, could you type in a chat box? We have only 2 minutes left.
Ma'am, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, I have completed my graduation in the field of animal science, my undergraduation. So I want to know, like, how can I apply for my master's program in animal science? Like in the field of biology, like biotechnology, or like zoology, or like marine science. So I want to know how can I apply as being an international student.
So could you open the chat box? I have just uploaded the graduate school admission information.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I see that.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
please take a look at it. So if you are interested in graduate school, please see the PDF document in the chat box. Okay, we have only 10 seconds, so we are very sorry we cannot answer all of the questions. So if you have any, so Sayang Mukherjee and other people who are interested in graduate schools, please open the graduate school admission PDF document. It has all information you need. Okay, thank you very much. So it's all for today's session. Thank you for your time.